I kind of wonder if I did that quest wrong or not. The box after all that setup. I don't know. Maybe I was supposed to talk to the mages back when they were alive, but I did the other quest first and they all died from that, I think. That seemed like it was the cathedral. I don't see any other buildings in that alleyway, really. And that said, they're like, maybe some kind of force will help you. And I don't know, I just opened the box and a monster came out. After all the hype of like, it's been traded from hand to hand for generations, it's so incredibly dangerous and fucked up, oh my god. I beat it pretty easily. So that's a little confusing. It was either way overhyped, or the Nameless One's just that strong. Or maybe some kind of force in the church did weaken it and save me, but it just wasn't clear at the time that like there wasn't like a big announcement that it happened or anything like that. But maybe if I had summoned him somewhere else, I would have died. I don't know. What I do know is we have to deal with the fact that now it's gonna be a tough time. I am in danger. Barking Wilder. I don't think I talked to him yet. I did intentionally not complete this entire area yet, though, because I was trying to wrap stuff up before I talk to every single new character, too. This wild-eyed man is hunched over, snarling and giving low growls. It looks like he hasn't trimmed his hair in years. It's so long it forms a veil over his eyes. He has a long, stringy mustache caked with grease and sweat, and his tips of the mustache droop so much they have become tangled in his ragged beard. Greetings. The man stops mid-snarl, and he reaches up to part the curtain of hair that covers his eyes. As his withered hand pulls away his dirty locks, several strange, puce-colored bugs fall from his hair and scatter across the cobbles. Behind the cloak of hair, the man's flesh is moon-pale and creased with wrinkles. His thick, bushy eyebrows form a V as he stares at you. And might take the moonfly, too? And might take the moonfly too. Not today. I have some questions. What the fuck? Take your hand and fly to the moon? Not today, my friend. The man frowns, but his expression tilts upward to a reverse V, creating a bizarre expression. You have no idea how he accomplished the facial expression, and it makes you uncomfortable watching the muscles beneath his face shift in this new pattern. You can't tell whether he's angry, curious, both, or neither. Seeing kiss speak a man, answers prefer a wood woman heart. What? A single kiss speaks a woman's heart, but a man's answer is what you would prefer. Very well then, but know this. My answer is a question, and an answer from you is what I would prefer. The man seems memorized by your voice. With every word you speak, a light flickers in his eyes. Barking Wilder am I? I am. A wanting, asking a, may you may? You may, and I will. Who, or what, are you? Chaos! Chaos? He stutters out the word as if having difficulty getting his tongue around it. Some say Jaus detects. I say Histecti sucks. Chaos men. Men no. Nem no. Men yes. 3 no's makes a nest. 3 no's makes a yes. 3 less make a right. He hunches down on his knees and begins to rock back and forth, singing like a childlike soprano. Chaos men, hop along home, a factionist, yet we are alone. A faction it is, yet we are alone. So, you are one of the Chaos men. Very well. I had some other questions. He claps his hands delightfully like a child at a festival, then gives a howling shout. Question! Question! May I join the Chaos Men? He looks at you askance, shrugs, then bends forward to sniff you. Squat, stiff, lank, dank, damp, tramp, cod. He snorts and growls to himself. Sod! That would be a no, I suppose. Very well. I had some other questions. Are you one of the Chaos Men? Not much else. Yeah, that just loops. Well, that's a tree with one snapped branch too many. Mort rolls his eyes. No sense in chatting with Shousatects, Chief. They're a barmy bunch. Who are the Shousatects, again? They're a faction who don't got any rules. Except don't keep one thought in their heads. Huh? Except don't keep one thought in their heads for too long. The except is strange to me. They're sometimes called Chaos Men. No need to explain why. How do they get members? They seem to attract members like flies. Well, members that are crazy or chaotic enough, I suppose. I don't think they got any recruiters, though you really can't say anything about them to be for sure. I see. Maybe you have to have a chaotic alignment to get recruited. Gonna be in there probably. Let's resolve stuff I was already working on first. Let's see, I've got 2 different people to talk to back at the Ragpicker Square, so we'll head up in there. How many bystanders will I murder over the course of that trip? Can't be trusted around here. Everybody tries to do a murder on me, and that makes me the most dangerous game.
Sure, why not?
No. Uh-oh. Run away. Run away. No. Oh.
Sure, why not?
Well.
Done.
Wow, that's not good. Now there's another one that's mad at me. So every time I go through there, they put me in combat state. So at some point, Nameless One's going to attack somebody. But if the skull can escape fast enough, he can make me warp to a different zone. And that's about the best we can hope for at that point. Your path brings you back here, does it, child? I need to sleep. My skull is chipped. Oh wow, he still isn't healed. Takes a while. I returned with those herbs you wanted. Now maybe you can get this damned bramble patch off my wrist. Is that so? Mabbith glances at the barbs that surround your wrist. If so, think it off then. Do so.
Updated my journal.
Creaking and snapping, the black barbed branches unravel themselves from your wrist and form into a tangled bunch of brush and twigs. It looks like a nest of dead, black snakes. Mabbith snorts. Think it into a picture frame or some such. Something with more structure and less angles. Concentrate on the barbed ball, then imagine it as a picture frame. The branched ball creaks, the twigs bending and twisting until the branches have bent themselves into a small picture frame. 2 hand spans on a side. Almost unconsciously, you shape the barbs to the back of the frame so it can be hung on the wall easily, and, as an afterthought, you move the remaining barbs to the inside of the frame so it can be picked up by the edges. How's that? Mabbith stares at the frame for a moment, then cackles. Ha! Square enough it is. Good work, child. Good work. She picks up the frame and scrutinizes it. This'll do nicely. Is that all you wanted it for? Aye, well, this is enough, she sniffs. Aye, but there's one thing I forgot to tell you to fetch when you left last time, and it'll take you back to the merchant square, it will. Look for the cloth seller, Gisgorl. He has some rags of mine that he was supposed to wash, and long has it been since I first asked him to do it. You could have mentioned that before I left. All right, I'll get back. For now.
I'm gone.
Is this the... Yeah, Jerem? Nope. Oh no, is this where you're looking? Oh yeah. The spot that's usually leaving was the turn-in, actually. That's perfect. Where'd you... Never mind. Here. Jasmine takes the gem from you. Jerem takes the gem from you. Hands you a good sum of coins. Now if you don't mind, I'd like to work on my spell.
Updated my journal.
Well, I'm just churning through experience. I have over 5,000 to go for the next level. Yep. Those costs, that always happens. It's the thing that really encourages you to move on to higher level content, is that the leveling scale in these games goes up rather rapidly.
I'm gone.
So you find yourself quickly in situations where you're just like, you have just so much to do. Like,
okay.
No.
Weapon's not doing a damn
Target
thing.
is immune to weapon. Oh, that's very bad.
I'm hurt.
Looks like death's come for the bill. Ooh, thought we lost you for good this time, Chief.
Okay, can I be smarter about this?
Right.
I know just the thing. And I go stealth mode. With my old power stealth cap. You fucko. Okay.
What's up?
Run! Run before he dies! He's so stupid!
Weapon's not doing a damn thing. I'm hurt.
How many times must this fool die? You know, I was just sitting here wondering when you were gonna get up. And you have to go spoil my fun.
Done.
Owie. I'm in a bit of a problem. Enter stealth mode, click here. Pause immediately. You...
I'm gone.
Trying to see how far away I can go without causing the fight to start, potentially. But then you are going to fucking book it, because at least there's not a... You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Left the shadows.
No! No! Quick like! Quick like! Quick like! Quick like! Quick...
Weapon's
Oh my
not
god,
doing
he
a
almost
damn
died.
thing.
No! Don't kill the hive thug! You know what? Kill the hive thug, who cares?
I'm hurt.
Imbecile. Okay.
Boy, the consequences of this dagger are gonna get very annoying very quickly. It's very powerful, but it doesn't do any damage whatsoever to that enemy type. Oh hey, he's this pet's still running around in this zone. I guess I left him here. I don't care that much about the Lim, to be honest. Where's Gisgorl? There you are. I, Gisgorl. I'm here to pick up someone's wash. Mabbith, the midwife? Ragpicker Square? Washcloth? Yes, Mabbith. Ragpicker Square? Rag picker. He taps his fingers as if counting something. I know. I remember. He holds up a trembling finger as if to tell you to wait. Wait for him to fetch the watch. Fetch the watch, not fetch the watch. He comes back with a flattened mass of green rags, thin as paper yet so stiff they look like they could double as wooden boards. The rags are so caked with a greenish lime starch that they look like they could take years of soaking to relax them. How many times did you clean these? Ishgorl washcloth, starch cloth, every 5th day. Washcloth, starch cloth, every 5th day. His eyes flicker. Gishgorl watch many years. Always starch cloth on 5th day. Gishgor's ritual. But they're ruined. Wash cloth is Gishgor's ritual. His voice is flat, almost zombie-like. Must starch cloth every 5th day. What's the point of doing it every 5 days when they don't need... Oh, never mind. Just hand them over. Give cloth. He nods, then hands you the rags. They're heavy. It's like carrying an armload of bricks. I'll take them back to Mabbith now. Farewell. How heavy are they? 15 pounds! That's a lot. This is a flattened mass of green rags, thin as paper yet so stiff they look as though they could double as wooden boards. The rags are so caked in it with a greenish lime starch they look like it would take years of soaking to relax them. Perhaps Mabbith can find a way to salvage them, but you would think that would be beyond anyone's capabilities.
Can't afford to get caught off guard, Cutter. We sell only top of the line.
Here we are, Basser. I think we can...
Okay, let's go to the House of Vermin. If I'm gonna do this again, I need to not lock myself. Don't it... You fucking idiot.
I'm hurt.
Huh? Good as done.
God fucking damn it.
This is probably the worst.
The AI is so stupid. Fight the enemies that are attacking you. Honestly, I should be amazed that this even took this long to happen. It's impressive that it took this long. That's good thing I saved first. It's impressive it took this long for that to happen, because you would think that my character is right next to them at all times, right? So, like, you'd be... Sorry, I didn't I was multitasking for a second there. Given that I have a party member right next to me at all times, and he apparently loses his mind instantly the moment any kind of combat starts, it's honestly really impressive that he hasn't attacked him before at the beginning of fights. But that's rough. This is getting really frustrating really quickly. Just the fact that his AI turns off instantly and just attacks anyone nearby, even if he hasn't even fought. He doesn't even have to get hit. He doesn't have to be in a fight yet. I have some questions. How'd someone end up like this? There we go. Thank you for being a friend. So I can exploit that guy's behavior to heal, in addition to resting the other place, which makes up for me getting in a fight with this guy every time I go by. Let's see, we're being down here though, I should be able to...
What's up? Okay.
If only I could have the skull turn the quest in separately. Oh god, how are you aggroing? No! You killed a collector.
All right.
The AI stays in combat after you zone transition. How's my, still neutral good somehow. I guess because they're happening outside of my own will, it's not judging me for it? Maybe? I'm killing so many people today. Mabbith seems lost in twisting the black branched picture frame you made for her. She is squaring the edges and snapping off some of the barbed seeds on the branches. She suddenly notices you and sets down the frame. "Aye, child?" "I brought your wash. I think Giscor was a little heavy on the cleaning ritual, though." She takes the stacks of starched green rags from you and she examines them critically. "At least they won't tear," she sighs. "Or bend." What was with that cloth merchant Giscor? His hands were all scarred and he seemed slow. Mabbith is still turning the cloth over in her hands, tapping it with her finger. "Well, child, sometimes one burns with the art, and other times the art burns you. Is that what happened to him?" Mabbith clicks her tongue. "Mayhap. There's some's for who using the art is like breathing. They strolls about with pointy hats and stickweed pipes. Then there's hedge wizards and plain-touch gypsies and fortune casters and half-seers and midwivers who flicker with the art. Them have a harder time of it." "And Giscor was one of them?" Mabbith nods. "Aye, so to speak. In some ways he's no different now than he was. Addicted to habit and ritual he was." She sets down the stiff rags. They clunk as she places them on the floor. Aye now. There's one last thing I need of you, child." "Of course. What do you need?" "Only this. I need some inks for scribing some ingredients in one of me cookery books. I'll need you to fetch some from the merchants. Kosajai be her name." "Very well. See if I can find her."
My journal.
"Can I buy some cures for you?" Anti-curse? I should have checked this last time. Scroll of remove curse, but it requires you to be a wizard, so I can't use it. How do I have these many again? Wow. These maybe overall just aren't worth running around with all the time. When I can use them for something better, like a tattoo or something maybe. And they're heavy. Bow and charm. Invokes blindness. Invokes swarm curse. A woman named Kosa Jai in Market Square. She's probably the only merchant I haven't spoken to yet. I think I have. Doesn't she sell fish? Anyway, search term curse. Journal. Requind. Cursed box. Damn it. I feel like I've encountered somebody who can lift curses, but I don't remember where they were at all. Which is kind of a problem when I could really use some curse lifting right about now. How's this guy doing in here? Oh.
Updated my journal. I'm gone.
It in the timeline, because I died, I undid me turning that in. Okay. I figured time would have passed, so it might be time to find out how the spell turned out. Nope. Maybe that'll come up later. My bad. I don't even know if I want to learn how to be a spellcaster from her. I'm just kind of doing the quest because it gives experience. And some strange interactions in general. Guess who forgot about this situation? Detecting traps. Entering stealth mode.
I'm gone.
Run the fuck away. I think this is technically closer. If I want to run this way. No, he ignored all of my instructions.
I'm hurt. Weapon's not doing a damn thing. I'm gone.
Making this a struggle for me, ain't you?
Done.
This should be like the safest part of the town by now, right? Because no one's supposed to attack me. A bit ironic at this point, but yeah, like this. I think this is the safest place to be.
I'm gone.
How dare this game assume that I wouldn't have talked to Kosa Jai? Mabbith said you sell ink. She sent me to purchase some. Ink? She chuckles. Nay, sir, I sells no ink. I sells just fish. Are you sure? Mabbith, the midwife in Ragpicker Square, mentioned you specifically. Heh! Well, Kosa Jai was me dam's name, and me grandmom's name, and could be any of us, Yet they're both in the dead book, so only this Kosa Jai matters. No idea what she's on about. A midwife in Ragpicker Square, you say? She thinks for a moment. Don't know her. I don't. How long has it been since she's been out here? Like, how old is this witch? Like, with how caked her garments were from so long ago, apparently. So, you don't have any ink? Well, I can't say that's much of a surprise. I mean, Mabbith is having me run in circles. Now, hold on. Your midwife friend's not all wrong. I know how you can get ink, but it may not be the ink you're looking for. The ink I'm thinking of bleeds from the gills of a bogota fin, it does. This bogota fin, it bleeds ink. She frowns. Thing is, that fish is not for eating. It's got a terrible taste, scalds the tongue. You can ask Smarium. She pitches her fish cell down the street a southerly way. She pitches her fish cell down the street a southerly way. She cackles. She might have one of them fish you need on her pole. I'll seek her out then. Farewell.
Updated my journal.
I've also talked to them before.
You can just taste them all over here.
What? Well, met again, sir. What can I do for you? Have you heard of a bogota fin? I was told it bleeds ink from its gills. She blinks and then nods. Aye, that fish. That fish is a strange one. It is. Not many have heard of it unless would want to eat it. Difficult to kill, even in death it still seems to live. Not many want to latch their teeth around something that still writhes. Do you have one?
Updated my journal.
Aye, but the ink. You'll need something to carry it in. Have you a bowl or cup, perchance? Great, I'll go look for one, then I'll be back. Time to buy one from up here then. I know a merchant that sells bowls. It's the sexual harassment merchant. I need something to hold ink in. Do you have a tankard or goblet for sale? Oh, yes, many kinds. They range in price from a few coppers to several hundred. Actually, I'm looking for the cheapest one you have. She raises an eyebrow. She reaches into a crate at her side, then throws a battered-looking tankard to you. It is covered in dents, and its handle looks like it's about to fall off. This one looks like it was used on someone's skull. She smiles slightly. It'll do. Thanks. And farewell.
Updated my journal.
Did I just get this for free? I don't think I even paid for this.
Give it a try. It's delicious.
I bought a tankard. Can I get the ink from the fish in it? She nods and plucks the fish from her pole. It twitches as she grabs it, then starts lashing about as she begins to twist it like a rag. She wrings it until bluish-black ichor begins to trickle from the fish's gills. When your tankard's almost full, she relaxes the grip and throws the twitching fish into a sack on her side. Thanks, and farewell.
Updated my journal.
Now to rest before I die again. I'm playing this very stupidly, but I don't know what... I don't know how else to easily deal with this problem if I can't take this weapon off. There's something very funny about this guy just continually being... Let's see, seemingly enough of a narcissist that he just forgets that he's told me this entire story for hours before.
Okay.
No! Well, someone's about to die. Hope it's not Ratsies, man.
Die.
Stinkers.
That fucking explosion is wild.
Dad.
I'm down here. There we go. I just want him away from characters that he'll potentially murder. No!
Your sheer ugliness
I'm back down here.
into my eyes.
Die.
My pet came by and I thought he was going to turn around and kill my pet.
All right.
Ink-filled tankard. I don't think there's much more there. Hive dwelling. Alright. This could have gone worse.
Damn thing's cursed.
Yep, literally cannot change weapons. Okay. Gonna have to find somebody who can remove curses at some point. No, not leave the shadows. Go and stay in shadows.
Huh?
Okay, I can't tell him to be in stealth. Let's just go. Okay, he found his own fight. That's good. Specifically because it's not the bad fight.
What?
No!
Good is done.
Wow, do we just keep killing the same collector over and over again? I can't believe I'm neutral good still. I guess it's not his fault, but the choice to go around is kind of my fault, because I'm entering into more spaces where I might murder people. Was this here in the first place? Is this the frame? Use it, Mabbith is tugging at the massive greenish lime starch rags you brought from Giscorl. She seems to be purposely fraying the edges, as if to peel them apart somehow. When she hears you approach, she turns. Aye, child? Is that ink you wanted? Mentioning Giscorl reminds me of the fact that I was thinking about that. I was surprised that they discussed magic, because I assumed that the implication was supposed to be that his hands and his mind have been damaged by the cleaning chemicals. I wasn't expecting it to be magic, as an explanation. Mabbith takes the tankard of ink from you, then sniffs it. Prime ink. Fresh it is, aye. She nods at you. You've done well, child. All I've asked. Now I ask you again. After all you've seen, do you still want to learn the art? Yes, after all, the guiding goal of your errands was to test my persistence, was it not? Mabbith smiles, then nods. Yes, mayhap, child, mayhap. And that's not all. You knew who I had to see to accomplish each errand, didn't you? Mabbith nods again, slower this time. Mayhap, child, mayhap. If and so, what did your senses tell you about them? Mourns for trees shows me that my beliefs affect the world around me. Giscoil taught me that ritual is a wasted effort if the purpose of the ritual is ignored. Miriam taught me that no matter how much I think I know, there is still much I can learn from another's eyes. Mabbith is silent for a moment. Then she walks slowly over to you and touches you on the cheek. Oh, child, she sighs. You will be a master sorcerer one day, you will. You may have the knowing of it yet. You have come to old Mabbith for help, you have? What could a midwife teach such a one? Much, Mabbith. I want to learn all you have to teach. So you'll walk the path, then? Mabbith pauses. Well, first things first. Just having a knack for the art ain't enough. You need some means of giving it focus, usually spells. The spells are usually in a book, so the art demands you have a spell book, or it's like a 4 you can cast spells. Can you read? I don't know. Then let's test it. Can you read this? Mabbith draws forth a small tattered card. It looks like a recipe. Examine the recipe. Here. Can you read this? Mabbith draws forth a small tattered card. Looks like a recipe. That's okay. Same line again. Strangely enough, the writing on the recipe swims before your eyes, each symbol twisting out of focus whenever you try to read it. Study the symbols, see if you can decipher them. You study the symbols intently. No matter how hard you concentrate, however, the writing on the recipe seems to flow out of focus, bending and twisting like a nest of snakes. It makes your eyes hurt just trying to follow their movements. Keep studying. You keep studying the symbols for a few more minutes. Mabbith silently watches you. I give up, Mabbith. What does this writing mean? As you're about to give up and turn away, you relax your eyes and take in the page all at once. As you do, the symbols suddenly bleed together. The recipe lists measurements, ingredients. It appears to be some sort of minor divination. This is a minor divination, isn't it? It looks like it's a spell that allows the user to see the nature of an item, to see whether it's enchanted or not. Mabbith's eyes widen. Who are you to test old Mabbith so? Are you some fiend? No. Well, not to my knowledge. What's wrong?
Updated my journal.
Well, not expecting it, was I? She nods at the recipe, then plucks it out of your hand. What see ye? It's written in the language of the art. If you're not a mageling yet, it should be all a swirl jumble, a mishmash. She snaps her finger. Yet, clear as crystal, you pluck the sense of it right up. Mayhap you tell old Mabbith why that is. I think I may have known it once, but forgot. Seeing the symbols just jarred my memory. Or else a natural gift you may have. No matter, no matter. You've just shaved seasons off your learning, you have. Mabbith harumphs. And I've been looking forward to someone to handle the chores around here, I had. I'm not going to be keeping busy here. If you need help with anything around here, the least you can do is you can still ask. It's the least I can do in exchange for you teaching me. No, don't worry yourself about that. She frowns. Well, you can read spells well enough, but spells are no good for you without a book to put them in. Do you have one? Mabbith glances around the hut. Then she catches the side of the black barbed picture frame you made. She picks it up carefully and studies it. This'll do. That thing, it's just a frame. Aye, but so are ye, child. She's still holding the frame. She picks up one of the starched rags you got from Giscorl. With a yank, she pulls off the greenish starched surface film. It flutters in the air like a wispy bit of cloth. Whatever Giscorl uses in the wash, it works better than curing. Stretching and stoning it does on a normal rag. Can't afford parchment, I can't. Parchment. She takes the starchy film and flips it over the black barbed frame, latching the rag's edges onto the hooks around the frame until it looks like a small greenish black painter's canvas. It's missing something. Well, it needs something painted on it. She nods. Aye, or written on it. She takes the tankard of ink you've given her and sets it down next to her. She dips one of her fingernails into the tankard, then draws it out, mumbling to herself. She begins to scratch symbols onto the frame, one by one, still mumbling to herself. All's done. Mabbith stands, drying her ink-stained finger on her robe. She tilts her head, regarding the strange, framed page in front of her. A page for your spell book, it is. She indicates you should pick it up. Inside your spell book are your recipes, your spells, if you will. As long as they sit in the book, though, they're just words. She taps her head. The art demands you pluck the magic out of the book and put them in your attic, your head, before you can tap their power. Go on. You put them in your attic by studying them, memorizing them. You usually need to rest before you can do this, though. Any questions? I think I understand. No, Mabbith. Oh, no questions, eh? Well, now, you should have questions. You know all about how to memorize spells, do you? You're a sharp one. You don't need any more of Mabbith's words a gobble in your precious time. You're a master sorcerer already. Forgive me, Mabbith. I meant no questions on what you'd said. Please explain how to memorize spells. All right, then. Here's the doc of how you memorize the spells. Pick the spells you want to stick in your head from the spell book afore you goes to sleep. When you wakes in the morning, you'll be buzzing in your they'll be buzzing in your head like flies, ready to be let out. How many spells can I cast? You can only cast one, mayhap 2 spells before needing to rest again. As a tiny flitting mageling, there isn't much room in your attic, so use your spells wisely until you get wiser in the art. As your power increases, you'll get more room in your attic for spells. Alright, go on. You can only cast spells you've memorized, so you want to use the art to say, mend something twice. You need to memorize the spell. How many times? Once. Twice! To cast the spell twice, you need to memorize the spell twice. That's weird. Got it. How can I get more spells? Mabbith shrugs. Keep your eyes and ears out for learning. Even common folks might have some minor magics to teach. There's also scrolls, recipes, books, and even some stranger items have some spells inscribed on them. If you find one, just examine it close and copy it in your book if you want it. Got it. I can also show you more spells if you return, especially if you got a little more of the planes in you. I appreciate it. Thanks. Before you go, child, you'll need some magics for you to whet your appetite. Mabbith rummages in her robe, then pulls forth 3 small recipes, which she passes to you. You should copy these into your book, so you can go into your attic as soon as possible. Thanks, Mabbith.
Updated my journal.
Even more experience. I kind of was pushing through just because I wanted to complete the quest and get all the experience I could. I wasn't sure if I actually wanted to change class or if I wanted to stay a rogue. But, I don't know. So far, this class hasn't benefited me much. I do have good stats for this. Wait, there's more. Mabbith fishes a tiny bundle of black cloth from her apron and rolls it, producing a pair of amber earrings. They'll protect you on your travels, child. I no longer wear them myself, so go ahead and take them. Thanks again. Alright, child, don't tarry here any longer. One such as ye has other ways of spending one's time rather than hanging around old Mabbith. Now come on, Mabbith, you're not old. Ha! You flatterer. Your tongue is so lined with silver it'd shame a Batezu. Get you hence. Thanks for everything, Mabbith. Ha! You can thank me by not playing the addle cove with what you learned. The art's damned many a fool who sought to bend it in ways the art wasn't meant to be to bend. I'll get along with you. Farewell.
I feel stronger. I'm gone.
Mage level 1. But I've got a few levels worth. Spell memorization abilities have increased. 2 hit points. Can't level again, though. Welp. Was this a good idea? Not usable by priests. So you can also be a priest? They unequipped all my weapons. Only usable by fighters or thieves. This dagger is still usable. Poisons target. It'd be kind of hard to cast spells while I'm cursed. And I've lost access to this tattoo.
What's up, Chief?
I kind of just was entranced to follow along the one that has more of a storyline, because you becoming a rogue is just like, hey, can I be a rogue? Like, whatever, sure, fine, go away. And the Mabbith was like an entire quest chain with rewards and experience and story. And then I just couldn't resist following through with the dialogue at the end there. But that act also led to me just becoming a mage. Oop, did this not work? It's already in my spellbook. Now I can identify things. That's exciting. I want to identify things. Select spell doesn't work. Priest scrolls separate from mage book. Now those are memorized. Oh, obsidian earring. 10% stealth bonus for... oh. When did that get identified? The moment it became unusable? Was I using it passively without knowing what it did, and it was still giving the effect, and now it's gone? Identify. I guess I'll use the scroll, because I don't need another copy of it. +1 to armor class. Ring of the Traveler. These rings are quite common across the plains, simple to make and in great demand. Mages usually create these items as a way to raise quick money. This particular ring has a minor enchantment on it that protects the wearer from harm. Neat. Having more AC is definitely good. Bit of a bummer I can't use this tattoo because it's strong, but not the end of the world necessarily. Really gotta figure out how to sell these weapons. I don't know, maybe I'll try being a mage. Or I'll have to load a save from 1 billion years ago and be sad about it. +2 to armor class. Memorize 2 additional first level mage spells. Hello. His earrings are made from a hardened sap of the razor vine. When properly prepped, items made from the substance can be enhanced with powerful spells of protection. Thank you, ma'am. He's looking out for me. These don't seem to do anything, right? So it's kind of stupid to hold on to. This charm's only usable by thieves. Did I sell the earring? I should probably go and buy the spellcasting. Probably go buy a spellcasting tattoo now that I've lost my other one. And I'll just hold on to this one with the hope that oh, steel. I'll hold on to this one with the hope that I'll at some point... I guess we'll get rid of this one. I'll hope that I can find a Dex character to give the tattoo to at some point. Because this guy can't wear tattoos, right? His inventory slots just don't exist. He just can equip the terrifying teeth.
I'm gone.
Let's see. Do my saves say what class I am? No. Thief level 5. Just trying to make a new save. Yeah, just name a thief, I guess. Back to being a mage. Okay. This gives me armor until it's destroyed by damage, so I can cast it preemptively, which is handy. Chromatic Orb is the big spell attack. Can I not cast spells? I might not be able to cast spells without
I'm gone.
the correct effect on me or something. The I might get like a wand? Can you help me out here? Nope. I'll have to figure out casting at some point. In the meantime, people get stabbed. People get stabbed to deathy death, and they're gonna like it. Not gonna like it. They're not gonna like it at all. So at least I got to keep the experience? I guess they must have made me a mage before they gave me the experience, because there was 2,000 experience for doing those dialogue options, and then like 5,000 afterwards. So I'd like to go back to the tattoo parlor, but also what else do I have going on? So somebody at the burning bar still has this guy's necklace. And then a few of these things feel like they might not come up in this actual zone yet. I'm still trying to look into Farod. Hey, why doesn't armor work?
We're being watched, Chief. Just look natural. Casual. What's up?
It is so inconvenient that this is happening this way. Run!
Good as done.
Weapon's not doing a damn thing.
Ow! Stop trying to poison a skull. It's rude. So, trying to go back down to the bar, but we might as well rest first. This is such a mess.
Alright.
An ever worsening situation because I once made the mistake of talking to a weird dragon creature, and it's just becoming a series of different systems are all interlocking to make my life hell in that particular region.
Alright.
And it's just so happens to be the region that connects us to the primary story element right now. At least we're potentially done with the mage quest for now.
Alright.
So I won't be coming back from there we go. I probably won't be coming to and from there right now for a bit. Well, somebody has chosen death. Alright, let's at least go over here. Oh my god! Are there enough fucking hive thugs yet? Shit balls! Now I can't even control them, so it's over.
Oh, you alley-bred dog.
Just do what we can.
Okay.
And try to be the closest one to him so he doesn't aggro on me next, hopefully. You come down here too. I just hope they don't kill Creedon.
Damn.
Ow! Stop. Nope, stop.
What? Okay.
That was a lot of enemies.
Done.
It's actually getting kind of comical just how they're completely incapable of fighting me at this point. Like, at this point you'd think he'd be like legendary for how bad of an idea it is to attack him. I guess at this point so many of them did that they might think that they do need numbers. I guess that resting when I did does mean that now I'm crossing the city at night, which is its own danger. Anyway, the +2s cost like 1200, so I think I'm gonna go for the +2 charisma now, which is usually a spellcasting stat. It's presence. Yep. There we go. Might as well be tatted up. There, the two stats will be next to each other just for symmetry, I guess. And up here will be my +1 damage. Use up all them bonus slots, I guess. Okay. Oh, now I can cast it. Oh, because I rested. Quickly! Ow! So now he can cast, so armor himself. What's that AC like now? 2? What happened to me having an armor class to like 8? What's going on? Should I read that spell a little closer? Grants an armor class of 6 to the target. It's cumulative with a dexterity bonus, but nothing else. Spell lasts until the wearer sustains a cumulative damage totaling more than 8 points, plus 1 per level of the caster. Note that the armor does not absorb this damage, it only disintegrates after that much damage has been inflicted on it. So it's not like a shield like in D&D 5 or whatever. But it is an AC bonus, which is nice. Except for the part where it currently says I have 2 AC. Does this cursed dickhead make me lose AC? No? Not sure why I have 2 AC. I feel like I should have a lot of AC right now. Shouldn't I be at like 14? Oh well. Well.